So one of the common things I see in the comments is, I'm stuck, I don't know what to do, my accounts keep coming back verified. Don't worry, I'm gonna help you get unstuck so you can blow up that 500 credit score so you can start seeing results. So with that being said, you already know what time it is. Let's go right. What's up, family? I'm back with another one. Hey, if you're new to the channel, welcome to the family. So in today's class, my team been testing out this new letter and it's been working like crazy. Been seeing crazy results. So what I'm gonna do is show you this letter, break down the framework so you can start seeing better results and start getting on accounts removed from your credit report and blow up that credit score. So with that being said, go grab a pen, go get some paper, and you know what you gotta do. Go get you something to drink, because hey, this is gonna be a good one. All right, welcome to today's lesson. So this is the letter right here. I'm gonna break it down, I'm gonna read it, and I'm gonna go over it so you can understand what I'm saying, understand what I'm talking about. So first things first, make sure you put your name, right? Of course, you know your name, your address, your date, of course, right? And then here's the flow, right? I receive, because this is the first thing you want to do is make sure you send the secret letter off. And once you send the secret letter off, make sure you get the investigation back, right? You got to wait about 30 days, 30 to 35 days to receive the investigation back. Once you receive the investigation back, two things is going to happen. Either the account got removed or the account got verified, or everything is 100% accurate according to whatever they say, right? So once you see that it's 100% accurate, or they say everything is verified and everything like that, this is what you're going to send back to them, right? So name, date, and basically I said I received I received my investigation back, and you stated you completed a fair investigation and these accounts are 100% accurate, right? But can you please answer this one question? How did you investigate these accounts? Because according to the Fair Credit Reporting Act, 15 USC 1681A, this is how you're supposed to investigate my consumer report. Did you interview my neighbors? Did you interview my friends? Who did you talk to? This is why the secret letter is very important, because we know for sure they didn't interview none of our friends. They didn't interview none of our neighbors. They didn't interview nobody that's associated with me, because they don't have the time, they don't have the resources, so they can't do none of this, right? So they're gonna say they did everything 100% accurate, but we know for sure they do not do a proper investigation. And this is why the words are very important, what you have on the secret letter, so you can hit them back with the words that they already stated. They already lied. It's proof that they lied, and we know that they didn't do none of this. So this is how you gotta get the account removed, by showing evidence and showing how they clearly lied on a report saying they did everything 100% accurate. They did a fair investigation, but they didn't do none of that, because we know they didn't do it. So this is what we want to ask them. How did they do it? And they ain't gonna be able to show how they did it. So one more thing. Can you please tell me how everything is 100% accurate? If the date open, date last active, all these accounts are not reporting the same information. So I'm basically going to break down what I'm talking about, but we know that they didn't do no investigation already. We know that they didn't check the date open, date last active, date last reporting, none of that, account number, they didn't check none of that, and they saying everything is 100% accurate. So we about to hit them where it hurts, and we're going to show proof that they're lying. Now, here's a clear example of what I'm talking about, right? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this, right? Bam, account number is not the same, right? Also, date open is not the same. As you can see, right? Past last reporting date. Different dates, right? Date last active, as you can see, not the same, and not the same, right? Whew. This is not the same as well. Date last payment, right? Also, they're not supposed to do none of this right here. They're not supposed to report a collection. So wrong. How this is okay and it says collection. So we already know we got them with all type of violations. So they can't do none of this. So this is what I'm talking about. They're supposed to do, of course, a fair investigation, right? They're supposed to update all these different things to make sure they have the correct address. I mean, the correct date. They're supposed to have the correct date on all these, but they don't. So we're going to highlight it, we're going to circle it, and we're going to put it with the credit report so we got them right where we want them. We're also going to pinpoint all the laws they violated, right? You violated multiple laws, right? Below. So 15 USC 1681A, 15 USC 1681, 15 USC 1681I, right? So 15 USC 1681 is the definition of consumer report. Investigation consumer report. 15 USC 1681 is the law. Basically, you have the right of privacy. And 15 USC 1681I basically is you told them to check everything, make sure it's 100% accurate, modify anything that's wrong, and make sure they update it to the correct information. However, they didn't do none of that. So what you're going to say is, I demand you delete these accounts from my credit report. I'll list it below. You're gonna put the account number, account number, right? You're gonna list all that. So list all the multiple accounts that you have. You can list all the accounts because we don't have time to waste, right? And then you're gonna say one more time, delete these accounts immediately, or you'll be held responsible for $1,000 per violation. Send me the updated credit report with the accounts permanently deleted. Family, we are not playing with the credit bureaus. We're not playing with them at all. So you got to demand. You have to show some emphasis, right? You got to show, hey, knock this thing off my credit report, or you're going to pay $1,000 per violation, right? So we got to tell them as it is, let them know what's going on, or we just going to sit back and let them do what they want to do. But nah, we're not doing that, all right? So remember, also, in the process of you doing that, remember the framework, remember what I'm teaching you, remember what I tell you to always do, right? In the meantime, you already know what you really want. You should already have this on your phone, what you really want, right? We analyze our credit report. We continue cleaning up your personal information, right? It's going to take time. However, some, Experian, TransUnion, Equifax, they all play games, right? We continue cleaning up your personal information. I'm going to tell you some more snitches, right? There's a lot of more snitches that you're probably unaware of, and we're going to freeze them up too. And remember, continue setting everybody up, continue doing the same thing over and over and over, right? And building your credit, right? You want to continue adding on your credit, adding positive accounts on your credit report, because this is how you're going to blow up that 500 credit score, because you're going to be adding and you're going to be removing, right? So your account's going to go, your point's going to go up and down, up and down. So don't pay attention to your credit score, because on Credit Karma, that's not really your true credit score anyways, because that's not what the banks are looking at. So don't pay attention to that. Pay attention to what's going on your credit report, because as the accounts as you start adding all the new accounts and removing all the old accounts, you're gonna see your real, and you're gonna see a true reflection of your real score. So continue building your credit up, because 65% or more or less, about 80% is controlled by you. 85% is controlled by you. So continue adding on your credit, your positive accounts, right? And the KO method is the CFPB, the BBB, the Attorney Generals, continue sending off letters. And remember, that letter that you, make sure you send it certified, and add 2 forms of identification. Remember, 2 forms of identification, certified. Make sure they received it. You can do return receipt. It's going to cost you a little extra. However, if you need help, if you need assistance, if you don't have time for this, right, get my free secret letter if you want to do it yourself, right? But if you don't have time, call the number, right? The link is in the description, or I'll put up here. Call my team and we'll be able to take over your file and do it for you. All right, I'll see you in the next class.